Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it, you guys. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same. What's going on, y'all? Now, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got coming up. Now, as you guys already know, Boys Night Out returns later this summer, late August, early September. Okay, we are just ready to give you guys a new season of this show. We intend on making it funny, shady, thought-provoking, all of those things. It's going to be a good time, as it always is. So make sure you guys tune in to Boys Night Out. Also on tomorrow night, which is Wednesday night, make sure you guys tune in for another panel that involves myself and Mims with our very special guest, Jamie, that's me. But we'll be talking about the state of RHOA and what could be done to make it better. Make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday at 8/7 Central to see us three discussing the show. I think this is the first time that we really just did a panel with just us three. And, you know, I'm very, very close to both of them. Me and Jamie hang out every time I come to Atlanta. Just about every time I come to Atlanta. Like, I love me some Jamie. That's become my big sis. And me and Mims, we hang out. We've hung out a couple of times, and we always talk on the phone. We text each other, though. So Jamie and Mims are really like real life friends. They're not just YouTube friends. They're really real life friends. So shout out to Jamie and Mims. I'll be with them on Wednesday night to discuss the state of RHOA. So make sure you guys tune in to that. So with that being said, let's get into the mess. Now, we're here to talk about Carlos King. Y'all know I've been doing a couple of watch-along videos with him. You know, whenever he makes great points, I feel like, you know, let's listen in on what Carlos got to say. And Carlos really discussed this Kandi and Marlo beef and how it's ridiculous and unnecessary. So we're about to go ahead and get into him. Right about now, I already got my screen ready to share and stuff like that. So we're about to go ahead and get into this, you guys, you know, so we can hear what Miss Carlos got to say about this show. So let's listen, y'all.
All right. So the episode started off with the Shady Bravo editors. Yes. Pretty much recapping to us what happened 2 seasons ago that they did not show us because let's just talk about it. Nothing is happening this season. And we just know that. Nothing's happening. The only fresh thing that was happening this season was Sheree dating Martell. It was something that we as reality lovers were into because there's nothing like a crossover, okay? So to have a crossover was interesting with Martell and Sheree. So I think we were all like, okay, this feels like a brand new season, a brand new show.
Carlos. Carlos, I'm really going to need for you to realize, and I'm going to need for you to really understand. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, gave 2 damns about Sheree and Martell being together. Nobody did. Most of the people that looked at Love and Marriage Transville did not want to see him on this show. We didn't care about Sheree and Marlo. Like, let's be real. I know you want to give all the fame and the glory to, you know, this muscle-bound bitch with muscles, aka Martell. But him and Sheree were not interesting. We can see that they were just a manufactured couple for the sake of a storyline and for publicity. That's all that we could see. We were never, ever entertained by Sheree and Marlo. They should not be getting any type of, you know, light or shine for anything that happened on this season because that was not interesting. And I understand Sheree is your friend. And I get that Martell is a part of your other show. So, of course, you want to be, you know, give him the praise. But I was never really just interested in Sheree and Martell. The only thing about Martell that I was interested in seeing was the fact that he was arguing with Kenya. Other than that, I didn't care about nothing else. I don't give not 2 rights about his relationship or lack thereof with Sheree. I could give a frog's fat ass about their relationship. I'm just being honest with you. Like, he be killing me. Listen, y'all, when I tell y'all Carlos be killing me when he be trying to give Martell and Sheree all of this praise and shit like they were like the saving grace to this season. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, but they weren't, but we'll continue.
After that, you know things aren't the greatest when you have to bring us something that happened off camera 2 years ago. I'm sorry, I'm bad at math. 3 years ago. What Marlo and Kandi are arguing over, I'm just going to say it, and I'm trying to be very sensitive when I say it. Because it happened 3 years ago, and y'all didn't talk about it then, and we are suffering through this conversation over something that happened 3 years ago, I'm not sure we, the audience, are as invested as the production is. It's not good when a storyline is getting this much attention when something happened 3 years ago that was not addressed to no degree. And when it was addressed, let's talk about it. Clearly, y'all felt that the conversation wasn't interesting 3 years ago because y'all didn't air it.
Exactly.
It's on the cutting room floor. Y'all didn't air it. And I'm going to say this. It should have aired because for me, I appreciated seeing how Kandi had Marlo's back in terms of defending her being a nice person. I said this to y'all before. I said the Marlo that I've known for years, I said Marlo is very sensitive, but Marlo is very sweet. Marlo is just a foster kid who is used to rejection from her family. And when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members, Marlo's been a part of this show going on 11 years. These friendships she's had for 11 years is the longest relationship she has had in life. She's never had a man longer than 11 years. She's never had family around consistently for 11 years. So her relationship with these girls are Marlo's longest running relationships. And that's not me being shady. And don't take that as shade. I want to go deeper here. So when you saw the episode open up with...
I hate it when people use her foster pass as a way to give her a pass. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's what Carlos is doing, but a lot of the time that is what people are doing. They love to try to use this whole, she had a foster pass, she had this going on, she had that going on, she feels rejected. But are we not going to discuss that the way that she acts is the reason why don't nobody want to fuck with her? Are we going to be honest and be real and speak on that? Because she's not being quote unquote rejected for no motherfucking reason. She's being rejected because she don't know how to fucking act. She being rejected because she always started. That's the reason why her ass is being rejected. Because of her own actions. They're not just rejecting her for no reason. They're not just not fucking with her for no reason just because the sky is blue. They're not fucking with her because of the way that she acts. I'm over us overlooking her actions and victimizing her and using her past with foster care as a way to justify the way that she acts. Once again, I'm not saying that that's what Carlos is doing, but it comes across that way because she's been going through this. She's been going through that. Okay, I was bullied in fucking high school. That's why I'm so damn defensive. But does anybody give a about my past with bullying? No. You want to know why don't nobody give up? Because it ain't got nothing to do with them. So me being defensive really ain't their problem. My past with bullying really ain't their fucking problem. So therefore, they don't give up about the that I went through already. So therefore, not to say that we don't give up about Marlo's foster past, but you can't treat people any kind of way and then expect sympathy for it just because you was a part of the foster team. Absolutely not. I'm just saying, I got to be honest with y'all. That's not cool. But we can continue on. Let's continue.
With them ignoring Nene Leak's presence. Allegedly. Yes, Merge, coming soon. So when history was being rewritten with Nene Leakes not being pictured in the main title in the flashback, it was nice to see the friendship between Marlo and Kandi because it goes to show you that Marlo and Kandi really did have a friendship. And it also showed you how Kandi really did like Marlo. She said, I'm tired of people bringing up Marlo's past. Pot kettle black. But this is what I always tell y'all, and this is what other people on the show said. Always look out for Mad Day. Mad Day is when somebody is holding something deep inside that they cannot wait to use against you. That's Mad Day. Mad Day came, and guess what? Pow! All I'm bringing up is how you slash your face, allegedly.
Okay, so what about Marlo constantly bringing up not Martell, Kandi's past with who she slept with and all of that stuff when it was unwarranted. So at the end of the day, Carlos, I'm sorry, but let's not do this whole Mad Day thing and try to victimize this woman like it wasn't brought up for no damn reason. This woman spent all last season talking about Kandi does nothing for her community, how Kandi was a damn hoe and she everybody for free, talking about her like a dog as far as about her opening up her legs and all this other stuff. She talked about her past, insinuating that she was a slut bucket and all of that stuff. Now she's turning around and trying to insinuate that she has something to do with her fucking nephew. So you damn right I'm gonna throw your past back in your face. She always throwing somebody's past up in their motherfucking face. What about the shit that she said about Kenya, about how her mother doesn't want to have nothing to do with her? What about that? She's always quick to throw stuff like that at people. She's the main one that does it. But now when it's done to her, it's Mad Day. No, Carlos. No.
I was shocked that they showed that because it kind of showed how Kandi is calling out Marlo for doing things that she defended her 3 years ago. I was shocked that they showed that because, like I said to y'all before, a lot of the girls feel like they protect Kandi. And that is the conversation that we're going to have today because I want to give y'all context into why Marlo is a dog with a bone. No, not the bone that Juice Adora bought on the trip last season to make a moment that fell flat, like the tire on I-85, and you got to go to Michelin to get it fixed. Marlo is a dog with a bone. All of what y'all seeing, I'm going to tell y'all right now, and this is my opinion. I have not spoken to anybody about this specifically. I'm going to tell y'all what's going on right now. And you have to pay attention to what Marlo is saying out of her mouth. No, not the mouth where she allegedly grabbed the shank and child allegedly. That's what the girls are saying. Anywho, what Marlo is saying to y'all is this. She keeps saying how Kandi is using the platform, right, to promote her businesses. When she was talking to her manager/friends, she said, Kandi, I'm tired of her using this platform thinking she can only use it to promote businesses. I, for one, will disagree with that. You can't be mad that Kandi has Bethany Frankel'd her way to the top of the food chain when it comes to the Atlanta Housewives. You got to give props where props is due. One thing about me, I'm fair. I'm fair. Y'all can't be mad that Kandi has Bethany Frankel'd her way to the top. She has. Now, I will say this. When she first started on the show season 2, she gave Mama Joyce, her aunt, she had a fiance at the time who unfortunately got killed. She gave y'all that story. She gave us that story season 2. So I'm saying that to say, from my vantage point, she did not come on the show her first season 2, not giving a lot. She gave everything. And I was there as a witness. Now, season 3, in the words of Phaedra Parks at the season 4 reunion, when she went to the Chateau Charay, nothing was there. Now, season 3, if you want to say she skated by on her rollerblades at the Cascade Rolling Rink, like it's the movie ATL with Lauren London and T.I., then yes, I would say, okay, season 3, nothing was there. She skated. Season 4, nothing was there. She skated. I'll give you that, Marlo. Season 3 and 4, skate. Season 5, she started dating Todd on camera, and then we started to see something. But season 6, what she did not give season 3, 4, and 5, she made up for season 6. Season 6, in my opinion, is Kandi's season. And everybody showed up to work. Everyone played the game. I'm giving you my life. If I had to crown the queen of sin, it was.
I agree.
Kandi owned season 6. Again, season 7, we got some good stuff too. Season 9, I mean, round of applause. So I don't agree that she only uses this platform to promote her businesses. I think she has figured out a way of keeping herself interesting enough to be involved and making sure that she allows the backdrop of her business to be at the forefront. Now, I would say for the past couple of seasons, if you want to say nothing was there, then okay, I would have to say I agree with you. But I feel like nothing is there with everyone. And that's no shade. Nothing's there. With all y'all, nothing's there. We want to see more personal story. That's what we're begging for and yearning for. Okay? So this beef between Marlo and Kandi has to do with 2 things. When they showed us that flashback, it indicated that Marlo and Kandi had a real friendship. Real friendship. And it was an emotional friendship. Marlo has abandonment issues. Marlo, again, is a foster child. Marlo is used to rejection as a kid, and she has never healed from that trauma. And that's what she is going through. And instead of...
And that is nobody else's fault. That is nobody's fault. Just because you're going through some trauma and just because you went through this and just because you went through that, that doesn't give you the right to be an asshole to everybody. It doesn't give you the right. Like, I know I may be coming across insensitive. I know I am, and I'm not trying to. But that does not give her the right to be an asshole to people just because she went through things and just because she hasn't healed. That's not nobody else's fault. That's not nobody else's story. So let's not do that. Let's not try to victimize her with her trauma. We don't give up at this point. What we see is we see somebody with a dog with a bone creating unnecessary BS, but then want to play victim after she does it. No, Carlos. No.
Instead of saying that, she feels the need to, instead of me being vulnerable, I'm going to fight fire with fire. The reason why it's hard for all of us to swallow, pause, the reason, I have brothers. The reason why it's hard for us to swallow this beef is because it's too much and it's not making sense. And one thing I've always said is you can't tell anyone how to grieve. And Marlo's grief belongs to her. And it's not any of our jobs to dictate when or when she should not get over something. Your feelings are real. Everybody handles death differently. There is not a one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to that. Now, with that being said, real talk, based on what was presented, child, look at my court. Now, look, based on what was presented tonight, I don't think Kandi did anything wrong.
I definitely don't either.
I don't. At the end of the day, and I'm just being real here. Y'all know I'm fair. While I understand what Marlo is saying based on the grief of her nephew who worked there, what Kandi did in terms of her response to you, Marlo, I would have probably done the same thing. And hear me out here. The only way I would expect for Kandi to do more is if your nephew got shot at her establishment. Now, that is when, yes, more should have been done if that was the situation. It's sort of like you can't blame or look for the employer to do more for their employee if something unfortunate happened outside of work. And the other thing is this. Kandi is the face of OLG. She doesn't work there. She doesn't handle the day-to-day operations. She's not the manager. She's not the chef. She's not the greeter. Child, her aunts, who the establishment is named after, they don't work there, honey. So what more do you want from her? It's not like she had a relationship. I'm a business owner. I own my own production company. I have a full-time staff with me that I talk to regularly. But outside of that, I have hundreds of people working for Kingdom Reign Entertainment. Hundreds. I don't interface with those hundreds. I interface with a select few based on the necessity of me being amongst these meetings with them. God forbid something happened to one of my employees, I would reach out and do the same thing Kandi did. I don't know what more you wanted her to do. I could see if this person was the general manager that had weekly meetings with Kandi. Just because he was at a holiday party doesn't mean that she had that relationship with him.
Right.
That's the reason why. And this is the other thing. We want this show to be fun and fun shade. And yes, dark moments happen, but for the most part, we want some fun shade. You know, we want Kenya Moore hair care, or we want some, you know, we don't mind when you nuck if you bug. I'm gonna stop talking to you right now before I'm blowing up on your ass. We like that. But when your A story has to do with murder, like, that's not something we want to watch that. Not for more than one episode. This is dark. I feel like I'm watching a true crime series on Oxygen. I don't tune into the show to have multiple scenes about something that is super dark and let me be very clear. What happened to Marlo's nephew is beyond sad. She has my complete condolences. It's I don't know what she could be going through. It's sad. It really is. And I'm not downplaying that one bit. What I am talking about is the fact that we're talking about something that happened 3 years ago. And we've seen y'all be around each other for 3 years. And I'm going to say this. When I say this, I don't mean to sound rude or crude or prude. I feel like y'all reaching for a storyline. I feel like y'all had a meeting and it was like, what drama do we have? Y'all can't get Martell for more than 2 episodes. And So what else do we have here? Courtney is a pork chop, so we can't get nothing from that.
Martell is not. Martell ain't gonna make it any more interesting than it already is. Carlos, please stop trying to prop Martell up, please.
Mayetta ain't giving us nothing, so we ain't got nothing there. Based on drama. And I feel like this Kandi and Marlo thing is just weird. And I feel like because the girls want Kandi to be activated, and listen, we love an activated Kandi with red hair and all, but the activation has to have meaning to it. Are y'all following me? Let me know in the comments if y'all agree or disagree with me. I don't want to watch this. It's dark. The fact that we have to talk about murder for another episode when I am dumbfounded by this. But I know what it is. And that's why y'all love coming to Reality with the King, because I'm going to tell y'all the real. Based on my expertise as the king of reality television, I'm telling y'all, they're grasping at straws because everybody wants to see Kandi activated because some of the girls, allegedly, don't feel like Kandi deserves the big paycheck she's getting, and they want to see her activated. And to me, this is a ploy to get her activated. And I got to be honest, seeing her activated tonight, it was interesting. Listen, let me be real. It was interesting to watch, but the context, we're talking about a nephew who's deceased. I don't want to see her activated defending herself over grief or what she should or should not have done.
Right.
I liked it when she was activated when Phaedra came for her, honey. Yes. Or when Portia. Or when Nene came for that ass. I like when she was activated season 6 when they was going to Savannah and Kandi was late and Nene left her own clubhouse, went home. Carlos had to call her to come back. She came back and she went on the bus and Kenya was trying to defend Nene and was like, guys, y'all gotta be on time. And Kandi said, ain't nobody talking to you, ain't nobody talking to you. And then Kandi got up and gave Kenya more good old tug lashing. Can you shut the fuck? We like that activation because it's funny and it means something. And it's something we can laugh at when we repeat it. When she and Phaedra had their beef, and when she told Portia, I'm gonna choke you if you keep talking about, like, we were into like the conversations. This to me seems like y'all just reaching. And I think Kandi being upset, again, my opinion, is because I think she knows it's a reach. I think she feels like y'all really are trying to play me as this insensitive CEO who doesn't care about people who are deceased. I think that's why she got angry. I don't think it has anything to do with Marlo. I think she recognized what it was. And I didn't like it. I feel like it's low.
It is.
I feel like it's low-hanging fruit. And that's not why we tune into the show.
It is.
It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
At all.
I want to see, let's just talk about it. We're on episode 6. And as of right now, and y'all could disagree with me if y'all want to, the only interesting thing that I saw that made me geek and like interesting was Martell Sheree relationship and Kenya talking about a DM.
Of course.
I haven't seen anything else that makes me gravitate towards like, ooh, I can't wait to see this next week. I'm really surprised that they're not planting seeds of what we know is going on between Drew and Ralph. Like, y'all know how we knew Vanderpump Rules, the scandal happened after they wrapped, but they started to re-edit footage and sort of gave you moments to pay attention to what's to come. I would have enjoyed them opening up these episodes, these earlier ones, and re-editing stuff to give us a glimpse of what's going on between Drew and Ralph. I want some mother personal story. This Kandi Marlo thing, y'all could have kept that in the broom closet, child. It's not. I just think it's low. I think it's low-hanging fruit. I want to see what's going on with Drew and Ralph.
I do too.
I want to know what is happening here. I would have spent additional money the way they did it for Vanderpump Rules and giving us some extra footage and added it in earlier. Something. I just don't know what else is going to keep us feeling like, ooh, I can't wait to watch that. And y'all could be in the comments, Carl, we felt that way about one of your other shows. That's fine. That's fine. But one thing I did, boo, I flew down and had a meeting with my cast. Thank you.
It didn't work.
It's just not hitting the way I expected it to. And I feel like the way to, let me tell y'all something. The way you get anyone activated, they have to care about it. And this just it's not working. And the preview to next week's episode, they're arguing about something, to me, that's stupid. What? And the reason why I hate doing this is because I feel like every week, I just feel like every week it's like, here come Carlos hating it. Y'all know I don't care. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had a very busy weekend and I had a very, very, very busy Sunday night. And I was like, let me watch this because I'm hoping that I'll enjoy it more. Like I really, I told myself, I said, before you watch this, make sure you're in a good mood. Make sure you got your apple cider vinegar and your 2 ounces of lemon juice and your 10 ounces of water. Because after you eat your dinner and you want to like digest your food, so you won't wake up with a gut, that's what you drink. So, child, I had all that. And feeling like I'm going to be in a good place. And I'm not. But tell me what y'all think. Did y'all like it? Do y'all agree with me? I just don't know what else to do anymore.
I agree with most things that Carlos said in regards to this past episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I also agree with certain things that he said about this season. However, I'm going to need for him to stop propping up Sheree and Martell like they are the best thing since sliced bread, because they are not. They are not interested in the least bit. Where's Martell? What's Sheree doing now? Like, Sheree and Martell really didn't get me to want to tune in, honestly. Like, I thought it would have been interesting to see, but once I really saw it, it was like, okay, what else you got? They didn't bring that much on their first rodeo. They didn't bring that much. So it's just like, but Carlos is gonna go with whoever he with, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, I agree with most of the things that he said. Like, he didn't tell no lies here. Well, some lies he did tell. But like this whole Sheree and Martell thing was the only thing that made us want to say, oh my God, I'm gonna watch again, child. Whatever. Represent for your show though. But other than that, nah. But I agree with most of the things that he said. But I want to know what you guys think. And I know this is a premiere, and I know y'all are already in the comments. But those of you that's watching the replay, leave down below. So with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scott about Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramel. I just want to let you guys know that I have a music video coming out on June 14th at 8 p.m. for my single Favorite. You can find it on my YouTube channel. You can just search for Tramel, T-R-A-M-E-L, and just type in Favorite. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, you know, join the party. It's gonna be a very sexy video. I worked really, really hard on it. I worked really hard on my body to make sure it looked nice for the video. So I hope you guys really check it out, run those views up. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on all my social media at IAM_TRAMEL. That again, IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I'm here for you guys. Love it.
I want you to ride. Okay, let's ride. I want you to ride with me. I look in those eyes, I can't deny.